Woo! We are live. What's going on, guys? Look, I got some crazy hair going on, man. I need a shower. I got no running water. I wanted to hop on here and do a quick recap on what happened. I ended up taking a couple of trades after it ended the stream to just make it a little bit not as bad of a day. But normally you don't want to do that. So we got a little crazy after the stream. I didn't want to be one of those YouTubers that have a red day and then close their stream down and take a bunch of trades off the channel and then don't show what I did. So we were red on the day, a little over $500. We reduced it to like 345. Normally you don't want to do that. That kind of veers from the discipline as well. But I wanted to hop on here real quick and just talk about what I did and what the market did and where we finally did get our setup that we just weren't patient enough to wait for. And even when it came, I still didn't even execute on it that well. So, but at least we're not red on the day, $500. It's only 300. So if you're just watching now, I wanted to talk about real quick what just happened. So the strategy and the play did eventually end up coming in. If you were patient enough to wait until, I want to say the entry should have been right here at 9:41 a.m. As soon as we broke above this candle right here, we should have got long 9:41 Texas time. The market pushed up about 26 points. I know this looks like a bunch of crazy trades, but it's because I was taking partial profits along the way. But I took an entry here for a long and an entry here for a long. This one was early. I got stopped out, not on the entire position, fortunately, but half of it. And then I actually held through and I was going to get short. I kind of went on was going on tilt here a little bit. We held through and then took a partial here. I actually scaled into it and bought more here. And then we took all of our partials kind of up here. So I want to show you the breakdown on the 2-minute time frame. This is what we should have done. Basically, we got up above the 15-minute range. We chopped around for a while. This is where we should have been patient in this area right here. That was a big chop fest for everybody that was trading. Okay. But once we put in this higher high here and pulled back to the 21 EMA, kind of chopped for a little bit, but I drew my trend line right here. And as soon as we broke out on this candle and this one closed higher than this one and started pushing up above like the 868s, that's when you would jump down to your 1-minute chart to look at like, all right, where are we at here? So we did break out on the 1-minute, but remember earlier I said we need to see it break out on the 1-minute and the 2-minute. It only broke out on the 1-minute here, so this was a bad entry. We would have got stopped out right here. Then the market closed here, a nice bullish engulfing candle with a big body. Market continued to push up. That's where we should have got long. We would have held through drawdown just for a little bit right here and then got that pop out and up. And this was the trade right here. This was that momentum. So still a small red day, only $345. You know, so I'm thinking like, had I followed the strategy, we started with a small $200 green trade pre-market. If I would have got in here, got out here, we would have probably hit our $500 profit target for the day. Instead, we took a bunch of bad trades earlier. This was a bad short. This was a bad short. This was a bad short. Just back-to-back bad trades. I decided to get off the computer, walk away for a little bit. And then I was like, hey, you know what? It's still not 10 a.m. yet. But let's see if our strategy, I'm not going to trade necessarily, but let's see if our strategy at least presented itself. So I opened up TradingView, and then I saw this kind of bull flag forming. What do we have here? We got a bull flag. So I drew my trend line. I opened Tradeovate real quick and was like, you know what? I know I have very good confidence in the strategy. It's playing out right here. I'm on time to catch it. I know we've over traded today and we're red, but the strategy has a very high win rate. We just weren't patient enough to wait for it earlier. I'm going to take a trade. And I didn't execute it that well, but we added a little bit of profits. I drew my trend line on the 1 minute, and what screwed me up on this initial trade was I saw it break out on the 1 minute. But if you remember in the beginning of the stream, I said we need to see it break out on the 2 minute too. So it didn't really, even though it kind of broke out a little bit on these two, what we want to see is the next candle push up above the wicks of the previous candle. So we finally got that at 9:41 Central Time. So we would have had an order limit here. This is where we should have got in. Could have grabbed more profits. We would be green on the day, and that's it. But now it's over. So there's our red day. Locking in, small red day, $345. Over trading big time. 3 losses, 3 wins. Overall, though, we're red. And we'll be back tomorrow. I don't feel as bad now. And I feel good because I know that it works when we just follow the rules. So that just reinforced our strategy. It works when you follow the rules. We just couldn't wait for this. This is like where we should have got long right here. Right in here. Boom. Catch that quick move to the upside. So there it is. That's all I wanted to hop on here and show that. And we will see y'all tomorrow. All right. Peace out.